With news emerging of another white powder attack, this time on a Chinese dissident newspaper with links to Falun Gong, Chinese defector Chen chose to front the media about his experiences since he fled the Sydney consulate last month.
I feel really scared. I don't know what to do. I don't know who can help me. I don't know.
Mr. Chen is a man under intense pressure. His future remains uncertain as the Australian government is still considering his application for a protection visa. But he used his appearance today to voice some of his boldest claims yet, those of collusion at the highest level between the governments of Australia and China.
They are confident that they will take me back to China 100% for sure. I know that based on the reason probably they have reached some agreement with the Australian authorities under the table. I have witnessed in my past 4 years working in the Chinese consulate that the Australian government has, especially the Department for Foreign Affairs and Trade, have made a lot of compromise in some sensitive issues about human rights and democracy issues.
Mr. Chen has no documentation to back up his claims, but he says the Chinese government is on a mission to manipulate the Australian government. He says this was outlined to him by the Chinese Vice Foreign Minister at a meeting in Canberra earlier this year.
The plan was that the relations between the Australia and China was at a time of a very important stage that since China tried to influence Australia strategically and politically.
He says the main focus of the plan was to use economic and cultural pressure to distance Australia away from the United States.
The Chinese government considered Australia can be play a part of a role like France. France can implement a policy to say no to the United States.
According to Mr. Chen, China views Australia as a country that can be bought off in return for its silence on human rights abuses within China.
用经济手段 to utilize economic means and financial forces
迫使澳洲政府
to pressure or to force Australian government
在政治和人权等方面
to give ground on the political and human rights sensitive issues.
He says he's seen it in action when Australian officials visit China.
They have virtually raised no human rights issue whatsoever.
所以中国政府觉得这个澳大利亚是可以收买的。
And that is why the Chinese government believe Australian government can be bribed. Can be bought.
The Foreign Minister Alexander Downer declined tonight to comment on the claims. Mr. Chen also gave more information on the alleged kidnap of Chinese student Lan Meng to force his father, former politician Lan Fu, to return to China.
He was made unconscious by a medicine, nervous medicine called Dujing. It's a nervous medicine, and he was made unconscious and sent to a fishing boat, and then transferred to the high sea. There's a Chinese coastal cargo ship waiting there.
Mr. Chen claims Chinese spies carry out at least one kidnapping in Australia a year. Michael Edwards, Late Line.